Welcome to Kiss the Reviews. I'm Armando. That's Corey. And today we are doing A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge.
Put it in your mouth, Jesse.
Before we get started, this movie was requested on Patreon by Brian. And if you want to join us over on Patreon for all kinds of really cool stuff, free KTR merch, the reviews with the full clips, movie watch parties, all that crazy stuff. You can go over to Patreon, look up Kiss the Reviews, and we are there for you, pal. And only a couple hundred pennies a month.
Yeah,
pretty simple.
I mean, and we're there for you once a week. Like we're not.
Yes.
Don't.
Not there for you.
Yeah. Pump your brakes. This isn't BetterHelp.
But let's get into the cast of 1985's Nightmare on Elm Street 2. This film stars Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger, Mark Patton as Jesse Walsh, Kim Myers as Lisa Weber, and Robert Rusler of Weird Science fame as Ron Grady. Let's get into this movie, shall we?
Yep.
This movie, obviously, not the gold standard by a lot of Nightmare on Elm Street fans. This one is widely considered one of the, if not the worst film of the franchise, which I'm not going to totally agree with that. Not to give it all away, but I kind of dug this movie. But
yeah.
This movie opens with the school bus driving down the suburban street. It's driven by Robert Englund, and he turns into Freddy. He attacks Jesse on the bus. Jesse wakes up in his new home, which is the Elm Street home, Nancy's old home. And it's been 5 years since the first movie took place. Mm-hmm. And Jesse's family bought Nancy's old place. And now Jesse's starting to have nightmares from the minute he moves into the house.
Yeah, and props to Jesse for his scream. Because this scream should be like mentioned more often. His ah!
He is definitely should be part of the Scream Queens.
Yeah, like he can wake up from a nightmare better than anybody I've seen. Like, absolutely. It is legit. And the thing that got me is, one, why are always like the vehicles like from way in the past?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not a 1980s school bus. What in the fuck? That immediately, like, I'm not getting on this. That screams I'm being raped regardless of gender.
Yes, 100%. Thank you for bringing that up, because it doesn't matter whether it's the cars they drive, the buses they use. Everything is like from the 50s.
Yeah, everything's strangely out of place. Even the homes are oddly like 50s idyllic America, Norman Rockwell shit.
Yes.
And it's always struck me as weird. Like, is the whole thing a dream? You know what I mean? Like because everything's out of place except for the people.
Yeah.
So I don't get it. But yeah, Jesse wakes up from this nightmare where he had this weird. Also, I've never had a nightmare or a dream where two girls are actively making fun of me. And I look like Jesse. Like, I look like Jesse in real life. I don't need to do that in a dream or a nightmare. I'm good.
Yeah, this is this is a nightmare in and of itself. Like, exclude Freddy from the situation.
Yeah. Don't let having us with two girls that are like fucking gross.
Dude, he's having a dream of getting ridiculed by I'll use air quotes because, everything's subjective, by two hot girls that he goes to high school with.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting fucking ridiculed by these two girls. That's where I wake up like, ah!
Yeah. Like, fuck, am I like, should I be gay? Because I have a lot of hormones and nobody likes me except for my gym teacher.
my gym teacher and my right hand.
Right.
Those are the only two people that like me.
And now his
But
right hand's got claw fingers, so that's a whole thing.
so yeah, so here's the other thing that I get, but I don't get. He's brand new to school. At least that's what I'm getting from
Yeah,
this, right?
they've just moved in because he's got his boxes. He's still got to unpack and.
Yeah, but yeah, so he's got boxes. They just moved into this fucking place, but
Mhm.
he's already got Lisa, who's his girlfriend. Like she immediately is like, "Oh, new guy. I'm hooking my
Yeah,
wagon to you,
yeah.
sir."
I'm gonna stop you.
Corey's Life Lessons.
Hi, new kids. Uncle Corey here. This is not how it ever worked. The hot rich girl at school does
Yes.
not embrace you and just decide you're her new toy. That's not how it works. I know that's what we saw in Mean Girls. I know that's what we saw here. It doesn't happen, especially when you're a Jesse or a Corey. You get ridiculed and beat the shit out of and yada yada. Like, what happens in Jesse's softball game or baseball game at school is what happens in real life.
Yes.
You get pantsed in front of everybody, you get the shit kicked out of you, and then everybody just kind of makes fun of you.
Yep. Well, and what I dug about that, and I'll tack onto this. So what I dug about the, at gym class, right,
Mhm.
is him and they call him Grady. It's Ron Grady, but him and Grady have this little back and forth
Mhm.
where, he pantses them and they start fighting and wrestling on the ground. And then, the gym teacher, S&M gym teacher makes them stay after and like do push-ups and shit. And it's not the traditional bully new guy relationship.
Mhm.
They have that initial like fight, but then they become friends.
Yeah. Which does
Which-
happen, especially because Grady's not being any
He's just being
different than
no-
any other high school kid. Like, he's not
Yeah.
a bully, so to speak.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, and by the way, another tip for you guys. I know this is Armando's department, but when you get pantsed, pull your pants up and then fight. Don't
Yes.
fight bare ass because
Well, it's
Ugh.
a very super homoerotic fight with Grady.
oh, my nips got hard.
But Grady here tells Jesse about Nancy and the rumors about the house. So that is like now in his head. And one night, Jesse can't sleep. So he goes outside only to see Freddy through the basement window with the furnace on. And he goes into the house and comes face to face with Freddy, who tells Jesse that he needs him. And we get one of the best lines of this movie and best scenes, in my opinion.
You've got the body. I've got the brain.
The practical effects in this, Freddy in this, this whole scene is awesome in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And it sets up Freddy for this one. And I think you and I might have talked about this like outside of the review or Patreon. This sets up Freddy as a little bit more menacing than he is in the other ones. In the other ones, the one-liners are funny. In this one, he's a lot more menacing and like evil.
Yeah, and I think that for me is really where this film is lacking the most, is because he's so much more evil, but the kills aren't really here.
Yeah.
Like, he is fucking butchering people in the first one.
Yes.
And then you go to this and it's more of a cock tease.
Yeah. 100%.
Where it's like, oh, I'm coming to get you. Psych, I'm just going to leave through the fence. Like, there should be a lot of murder in this, and it's just not here, which is what the problem is.
Yeah, there's the opportunity for more.
Oh,
in this
so
one.
much. Yeah.
And it goes against, I know we talked about on the Patreon pre-show, we talked about how Wes Craven didn't like the departure from all the rules that were set up in part one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's another rule that they went against the grain on. the second movie is supposed to be bloodier than the first. That's always been a horror movie thing.
Yep.
You know, you progressively get, and I don't know when the rules started, but every horror movie franchise I've seen, not only do the movies get more gory, especially with slasher flicks, the kills get more creative.
Mm-hmm.
This did none of those things.
No. It could
There wasn't more.
Like you
there
said,
wasn't
it had
more.
so many opportunities.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think they really missed the mark on that, and trying to, we'll see as we progress through this, especially like when they go to the factory where Freddy worked and all this stuff. It's almost like they ignore one altogether, because the introduction of the character and getting to know who the character is, why he's this character. The parents killed him. He was thought of being, you know, a town pervert, so they tracked him down and killed him and all this stuff and da 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 da. That's there. Once they read this diary of Nancy's, that's the background we need on Freddy. They're caught up with where we're caught up. All we need. Let's progress with killing. And then you don't do it. You play detective.
Here's the other thing, and my question is, apparently we did need that, because that story is different from the original story.
Right.
Which is, he was like the janitor at the local school, and he was like molesting kids or whatever, and then murdering them.
Yeah.
And then this was like, oh, he worked at the General Motors factory down the street, and he's just started killing kids.
Yep. Just
So
everything's fucked. This is where they really dropped the ball.
Absolutely. But after this, we get the unpacking scene where Jesse dances and simulates masturbation when Lisa walks in on him, and she helps him unpack. She finds Nancy's old diary and he realizes that Freddy might actually be a real thing, because Nancy was going through the same shit.
And again, this is where, as an older viewer, I'm like, dude, this guy's totally gay, because they think this is like sex, because she's talking about her boyfriend Glenn across the street, and how sexy he is and how she wants to touch him and she knows it's naughty. With a traditional man-woman in high school thing, they're on top of each other at this. There's dry humping happening. They're not reading any more of that diary. So when he's like, wait, let me see this, and like diverts away from the sexiness and is like, he's got claws and his name is Freddy Krueger. He's making all of that shit up. He's trying to avoid.
Listen,
because she's ready to go, dude. Her basement, fucking room stinks.
Can we be honest about this film? Mm-hmm. Okay. If nothing else, I want to be honest. He is continuing to read, because he's looking at Lisa going, hey girl, let's see what else is in here. Like, it turns into like,
what's the tea, bitch?
100%. Absolutely. But
I love it.
He goes to sleep again that night. He wakes up. Everything is hot and melting in his room. He goes into the basement and finds Freddy's glove in the furnace. And he and Freddy have another fireside chat where Freddy asks Jesse to kill for him. And this is where a lot of the homoerotic overtones in this movie are, because there's a lot of like, I want to be inside of you. I need to come in you and come out of you. There's like a lot of these lines where I don't know if, like, I would love to see this, like, and I would, in my head, it makes this whole movie better and funnier for me. Mm-hmm. But to have Freddy be doing the scene and then them yelling, cut, and then seeing Robert Englund in full Freddy makeup raise his claw hand and go, can we do that again? Am I the weird one, or did that seem like overtly homoerotic?
I'm telling you right now, when you read the script, you knew exactly what was happening.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no way. There's just no way. Because you're right. It is overtly gay. But I do give Freddy props for this. Outside of the anti-gay messaging in this, Freddy is all about consent. And for a dream demon to be like,
Yes.
hey, I know I can murder
100%.
you in your sleep, but can I enter you?
Please?
Will you sign this
I
sexual
need
agreement that says I have your permission to enter you?
I need you to say yes.
Yeah.
Because if you don't say yes, then I can't do it.
I promise I'll
So-
come out of you, but I need to be in you.
But I need your consent. I need you to initial here and sign here. And I need 2 forms of ID.
Wild behavior for a dream demon.
You were right.
But one of my favorite scenes here, because you always have to have the weird parents that don't believe, what they see and what's going on. But like you have like the birds breaking their own necks and just bursting into flames. And the dad's coming up with all these excuses as to, what's that? And he looks at Jesse, who, by all accounts so far in this movie, like until they get to the house and he starts having nightmares, Jesse has been like the model kid, right? He's just a nice kid. He goes to school,
Yeah.
he gets good grades. He's like that kind of kid. And the dad looks at him with the most serious look on his face. And he's like, are you putting M80s up the asses of these fucking birds and blowing them up? And literally the look on Jesse's face is like, I don't even know where to buy firecrackers. What are we talking about, Dad? Like, I've never done anything bad. I know you're mad at me because you think I'm gay, but can we stop with the fucking accusations?
You know damn well what I'm talking about. What'd you use? Firecrackers? You know what he did? He used a goddamn cherry bomb.
The dad is fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah. Look at the furniture they own.
Dude, you just saw parakeets burst into flames above your head. And you're like, no, totally. My son, even though I put the shade on the birds, they were fine. But apparently my son knows magic and knows how to shove M80s up birds' asses while I'm not looking. And then they're flying around fucking
FBI,
crazy.
my son is the gay Unabomber. Please come get him.
Like, what the fuck?
It's so dumb.
But
The reactions of the parents the whole time, like the kid is definitely having like these nightmares. The dad thinks he's on drugs, and later he's just like, he just needs a kick in the ass. Really? That's your medicine? And again, talking about the vehicles, this isn't the 1950s. If you were having like legitimate fear-inducing nightmares, even for their own sake, they're getting you help.
yes.
Period.
Yeah.
They had sleep studies back then. It's not like, oh, I don't know why son not sleep. I must kill. Like, shut the fuck up with your nonsense, Dad.
Son got brain problems. Conversion therapy, yes.
Make son not gay. Oh.
But his dreams start dipping into reality when he sees his coach at the 80s S&M bar, and the coach sees him, makes him run laps, and then the coach gets hit with balls and dragged into the shower and killed by Freddy/Jesse.
By having his butt whipped in super hot water, while Jesse just watches in amazement.
Yes.
My question is, what happened between the S&M bar and then back to the school? You know what I'm saying? Like, they had to get back there. So unless this is just a Jesse dream, where he's dreaming about, like, maybe banging out his coach, because Grady even alludes to, like, no, like, this coach is a fucking asshole. He's not that bad, though. He just hangs around these S&M bars over on whatever street. Like, Grady mentions that while they're doing their, I don't know, not push-ups.
Yeah.
So if this is like a Jesse dream, okay, I get it a little bit more. You just are in one place and then you show up at another. That happens in dreams. But I wanted to see the car ride where the coach is just like that. You know, they filmed that scene where the coach is just dropping
the uncomfortable car ride.
dick innuendo and maybe just has his dick out.
Which, well, so I gotta don't do that for this whole thing.
Don't do that, it's not good for you.
People having bad dreams that Freddy may or may not be in, because Freddy isn't in this one. He's just having this very real dream that turns out to be real, but isn't real. It is a dream, but it's based in some sort of reality. He gets up in his dream and walks up. This S&M bar is real close to his house because he walks to this S&M bar. He doesn't drive. But this is your dream. And we've talked about dreams and all of that stuff. It's your dream. You could put shoes on. He's literally walking around barefoot the whole time. And this S&M bar doesn't look like it's in the best of places. You know there's broken glass everywhere. Just, it's your dream, guy. Put some motherfucking sneakers on, okay? Get some Adidas on.
Everywhere.
Put some sneakers on, bro.
Jesse walking around like he just don't care. Yeah, no, this is this is where I will agree with Wes Craven. You're not telling us what's it like. They make it clear in the first one. I got sleepy. Now I'm in a dream. They will flash back to the person tossing and turning.
Yeah.
We don't know what's real and what's in a dream here. So again, you have all these weird things where Jesse's just walking around barefoot and he goes into this S&M bar and only 13% of the people in this bar are actually S&M kind of people. The rest are just wearing clothes.
Yeah.
Like normal, like shirts. There's nothing going on. They're at a bar. And there's like two leather daddies like, what are you doing here? And then the gym coach. That's it. So again, like, but then the coach is really dead. And Jesse did it, but
yeah, so the coach gets killed.
I'm
and it's
so
Jesse.
confused. It's like, it's a cool scene, but I'm so confused.
Yeah.
No idea what's happening.
It would be nice if they show the kill, because he strings him up and yada yada in the shower. This whole thing, you talk about like metaphors, and he's getting hit by balls and then he's strung up in the shower with the jump rope. It would be nice to see the kill. Again, going back to the whole like creativity of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing the kill and maybe seeing like a flash between Freddy doing it almost like a dream.
Mm-hmm.
And then that flash between him and Jesse doing it, because he's going inside of Jesse.
I have a theory on that I just came up with while you were saying this.
Okay.
I think they did film the scene. But what Freddy likes to do when he kills people is kind of like he gives them what they want. Right? It's not necessarily like prime time, bitch, and throws her in the TV and the marionette puppet, and like all of his kills have kind of a spin on that person's personality because it's their dream. I think they filmed this one and it was straight gay.
It was super S&M.
Somebody was sucking stuff, and there may have been some light fucking or fingering, and I don't know what was happening, but I know it happened. And I know they were just like, dude, we can't.
It's a possibility that was not in the trivia notes that I saw.
No.
But
there was some Caligula like fucking going on when Freddy was killing this gym teacher, and they're like, dude, like, awesome scene. We can't put this on a fucking movie theater screen right now. It's 1985, bitch.
Cut. And then he looks around at the whole crew, and everybody's like, it's So don't print that.
Right.
Don't rewind it. Can we record over that?
Except for one wiry key grip just fucking.
But after this, Jesse and Lisa start looking into the whole Freddy thing. This is where they find out like rumors, old newspaper clippings about Freddy being burned to death by local pissed off parents. And they go to like the power plant / boiler room. And Jesse begins here alienating himself from his family and friends. But Lisa refuses to leave his side. So she invites him to her like birthday party or whatever. And at Lisa's
She's
party,
like, you know, it doesn't make you gay. This pussy, bitch.
she was like, you see these? You see these? You want some of this? And Corey was like, yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do.
But at Lisa's party, Jesse and Lisa begin to make sexy times, sort of, when Freddy takes over as a long tongue comes out of Jesse's mouth. Jesse gets off of Lisa and runs to Grady's house because he's got to tell Grady that Freddy's coming inside of him or whatever the hell.
I need you to come in me before Freddy comes in me. Which is what I heard. Like,
I've seen pornos that start like this.
Oh. Hell yeah, step bro. This is again, though, it's just a string of disappointments. They set up the spooky factory and we open the locker because things are shaking and jiggling and there's just a rat.
Yeah.
Okay, disappointment. That usually leads to another jump scare. Nope.
No.
Not at all. We just move right along and we go to the pool scene. And again, the tongue comes out and okay, what's going to happen? Nothing.
No, nothing.
Literally nothing at all happens.
Do you want to know why? And I know I said this in the pre-show, in the Patreon pre-show, but I'll give the YouTubers and everybody else that doesn't have access to that just a little glimpse into some of the information I found on this. The director didn't direct this scene, the whole pool house makeout sexy time scene, because he said it was too funny. He couldn't stop laughing, so he gave it to his assistant to direct. That's why nothing happens in this scene.
Is it possible this story is true? Yes, it is.
Where I think they would have done a better job with this, removing the gay, like, oh, gay's bad, and that's Freddy killing gay people, and get the gay out of me. This would have set up a better Dream Child situation where while Jesse is losing his virginity, he actually is Freddy in this moment and is impregnating her. And it would have followed the first real world and why she's so desperate to get Jesse back. And you know what I mean? It adds a little bit more, I think, to this, where you could have carried the franchise on and kept it being a little freakier and a little more deadly. And again, with the rules in the first one, when you bring Freddy into the real world, he's vulnerable because he's real. You can kill him. They throw all this out the fucking window later on, where like she's getting stabbed and the shootings and da. This would have made it the first thing real, where Freddy's now in the real world possessing Jesse and impregnates Lisa to create this demon fucking child. That would have been an awesome way for this to go. But instead, no, we're trying to tell people gay people are bad or killers or whatever the fuck. Like, was this written by the Trump administration? I'm pretty sure Pete Head wrote this.
But so in my opinion, the scene with Jesse, the scene with Jesse and Grady, although funny, is a really cool scene. And then the pool scene, like, this is the ending isn't the crescendo for me. This is the crescendo. These set of scenes here seem to be like the money shot for this movie. Because he goes to Grady's house, tells Grady about Freddy trying to get inside of him, and Grady promises to watch Jesse, but he falls asleep. He sees Freddy rip Jesse apart from the inside, which is cool.
He's like, Grady, I don't want to be gay no more. And Grady's like, it's okay, bro. I got you. If you fucking gay, I'll watch you, bro. I won't let you gay on me, homie.
Well, and he kills Grady here. Jesse does, and Jesse realizes it was him, and he bounces as the cops get there. And this is what I found ridiculous. And again, going from the dream world to real world, right? Mm-hmm. And where are we? We don't know where we're at, right? In the other movies, there's some blurred lines, but most of the time you know where it's at. It's real, it's a dream, whatever.
Yep.
But you have Ferris Bueller's dad on the outside banging on the door like, Grady, let me in. And you have Grady banging on the door like, Dad, let me out. As a father, okay,
mm-hmm.
and I have a son that's roughly the same age as like Grady and these kids, right? A little bit older than that. But if he's pounding on his door and he's like it sounds like he's getting murdered, I'm not banging on the door going, this is your father. What's going on in there? I demand you open this door. I'm kicking the motherfucker off the hinges. That door is flying off the hinges, and I'm going in there. And what I would see is like, Jesse in his like boxers in a fucking razor sharp glove, like just sticking my son in the butthole and killing him.
Right.
And then, I could do something about it. But Ferris Bueller's dad, just like he is in Ferris Bueller. Oh, you sick, son? Maybe you should eat some hot soup. He's out here like, hey, guy, can you let me in? It's your father. I know it's my father because it's 3 a.m. and we're the only people in the house.
And again, show us the kill. If you had more murders between this,
yes,
the razors going through the door would have been cool.
Yeah.
But not having seen anything yet, it's like, great, here's another thing I don't fucking see.
Yep.
And I don't, if you wasted your budget on the special effects of Freddy's tongue, him coming out of Jesse's tum-tum, all these different things, and these floppy ass razors coming out of Jesse's fingers that are literally bending on film.
They are.
If that's what you spent your money on, so you couldn't do effects with the murder, the practical effects with murders and like guts spilling out and stuff like that. No. Like you made so many wrong decisions in this film. It's astounding.
You could have the same exact script as this. You could have the same exact film as you shot. But if you amped the murders and showed those, this movie goes from everybody as a whole basically agreeing that this is a shit movie to, script wasn't great, but man, the kills, like this ranks it up there now. Because again, going back to the whole Freddy's more menacing in this one, he is.
Mm-hmm.
But Freddy's all talk in this one. The other ones, there's cool murders and they're, he's a little bit funnier, but the murders happen and you see them and they're gruesome.
When he jumps out of that fucking pool and says, "You're all my children now," and then walks away, I was done. Because this should have been the pool party massacre.
Yes.
That was never forgotten. Like this should have been a scene of chaos and genocide and just destruction. But instead, we're trying to send a fucking message about how gross gay people are. So Freddy looks at all these cool straight kids and is just like, fuck it, you're dope. I'm leaving.
Well, this is what disappointed me was when he goes back to Lisa's house, right? Because he goes back to Lisa's. He tells her that he killed Grady. and the gym teacher, and that Freddy's inside of him and he wants to come out again. And this is where Freddy comes from inside Jesse at Lisa's party. And from here on, this is how you know, because here's the other thing too. Just because he slept in Nancy's house, you're choosing Jesse. How about this? How about we choose somebody who's not a petulant child? Because that's who Jesse is.
It's a whole street.
And that's who Freddy becomes. Freddy isn't, before he takes over Jesse, he's Freddy and menacing. And then he takes over Jesse. And I think Jesse takes over Freddy. Let's be honest. Because Freddy turns into a child here. Because Lisa throws a fucking doily at him. And he's like, a doily. Oh, no. And she gets away.
Yep.
And as she's getting away, he tackles her and he bites her leg. And then, to show how much of a petulant child he is, she's on one side of the room, he's on the other. And instead of like going to attack her, he fucking knocks some trinkets off the shelf. And he's like, see how fucking badass I am?
He does, dude. That's his big thing, is like overturning tables and knocking shit down.
Yes.
Again, then, dude, you lost the plot of what this franchise is and who Freddy is.
Yeah.
He takes the glee out of torturing and murdering these kids. He's gleeful the whole time. He's torturing them psychologically the whole time. He ain't murdering shit.
No.
This is like if Ted Bundy was just like, I'm gonna rape and murder you tomorrow. Okay.
No, he does turn into Jesse and he does torment them because he's like, look at those shoes, terrible shorts, bad fashion choice.
Girl,
and he's like,
no.
He's like, fire, I'm leaving. You bitches are basic. And then he just bounces. And you have Lisa who's stopping her dad from shooting him. Like this will, first of all.
Oh, Freddy was literally 2 seconds away from going, hated it. It's fucking crazy.
He was like 2 snaps and hellfire.
Right. I give that leather daddy outfit 2 snaps in a Z formation. Fuck off, dude.
But the movie here ends as Lisa drives to the old power plant / boiler room thing. She walks by puppy monkey babies and then yells at Freddy, convinces Jesse to come out of Freddy or Freddy to finish inside of Jesse or whatever she does here. And he starts to burn. And he sounds like, close your eyes during this scene, and it sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger came into this movie because he starts to burn. He's like, yeah.
He sounds like the same thing they used for the demon dogs or whatever the fuck those things were. By the way, again, baby. If you needed more of a Jesse's turning gay, he has 2 like toy fucking chihuahuas as his guard dogs. Don't come in here, ho. Keep your cis ass out of this motherfucking boiler room.
I have 2 hellhound chihuahuas outside. They'll nibble at your ankles. Better fucking watch out. Because Lisa she walks by him like, the fuck are these?
Oh, dude.
She just...
They literally they growl at her and she's like, boop. And there's like, oh shit, I'm backing off.
Oh, but Jesse here peels off like Freddy's charred remains. They hug and
I'm not gay no more.
I don't like men no more. I said I like women.
It fades out here and then back to a bus driving down the street to pick up Jesse for school. And he sits with Lisa. Freddy's hand comes out of her friend's chest. Moo-ha-ha, Freddy, I'm not dead. I'll be honest with I know we fucking torched this movie with the lack of kills and some of the other just general other stuff.
Mhm.
The lines.
You've got the body. I've got the brain. You are all my children now.
How menacing Freddy is, the coming out of the pool. There's a lot of these scenes that I'm like, dude, this was dope. I kind of like the premise of him, like, I don't want to just be like he's bored with just being in your dreams. And he's like, eventually I'm gonna run out of like kids on Elm Street. So like, let me just take over one of these motherfuckers and start killing people. Like, even the premise I really liked. The execution wasn't great, but what really killed it for me was the end. You kill Freddy because of love and things? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, straight love wins after you hellfire burn the gay out of him. Honestly, that's one of the more offensive things that people have put on film as a major motion picture.
Dude,
it's like,
I don't
what
care.
the fuck
I
this
don't
subtext
care.
is disgusting.
Yes, I don't care if it's straight love at the end, or gay love, or love with your dog. I don't care what the end is.
Yep.
The whole I love you and you're Freddy, but I'm gonna hug you, and yeah, like that shit, and that's how you defeat the evil. Yo, I call bullshit. I need a death. So not only do you not get the kills earlier in this film, kills that could have been cool. The Grady one could have been great. You could have had the things coming through the door, and then like cut to the other side of the door where he just like drags him down or drags him up or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, we're coming from a movie where Johnny Depp gets sucked into the bed and the blood splashes all. You got the dude getting hung. You have
Tina's all over the fucking ceiling, getting drug all around, and blood's everywhere.
All of these really cool scenes, and then you get the lack of that. So I'm even okay with the lack of all those kills. If at the end Freddy gets his, right? You kill Freddy in some awesome, cool fucking way. I love you. And then flames, and then he's like, oh, but no, look. I'm okay because like fuck you. The only positive is that it was 86 minutes of runtime.
You were right.
What I would have liked is an ending if you kept everything as is. And we'll even incorporate my impregnation. She doesn't know she's pregnant yet.
Yeah.
But he's mine now and all this stuff. She's like, Jesse, I love you. And she goes in to kiss him, and Freddy's still laughing because it's Freddy. And he's like, oh, you could be my girlfriend or whatever the fuck one-liner he wants to throw out. And then she drops a in your dreams because behind her she had something and fucking lops his head off. Freddy can still live, but he's out of the real world. Jesse's dead because it needed to happen. And then you move on with her pregnant. You can still go into the Dream Warrior, and then you could still have the Dream Child, but now you have a basis set up for it, where it's not just, new rules. No, we've established it. She's left town. She's doing whatever she can to get this baby taken care of without aborting it. And then, boom, here we are. You have a cohesive franchise. But instead, no, love wins. But only for, I don't know, 20 minutes, and then we're back in a fucking dream?
Yes.
There were so many missed opportunities in this where
there were.
I thought I liked this movie way more than I did. And watching it in this, and being older and having, fucking friends that are gay, I watch it now and I'm just like, dude, fuck you. Like, I honestly want this director to suck my dick.
So here's my thing about this movie. I didn't like this years ago when I originally saw it, because I was just like, I don't even know, because I think I might have been too young to see like all like the gay overtones to it.
Yeah.
There might have been one of those like, this is kind of gay, but like that was it. As I've gotten older, I've seen this a couple of times and I've noticed everything.
Yep.
But I didn't like it for the reasons that I said. The whole love thing, the not enough kills, the you put gay, whatever you want, all throughout the movie. That's fine. I'm whatever. But it just as a movie, it didn't hold up to the rest of them. I liked the premise. I liked the whole Freddy trying to take over somebody, but like you need to give me more than that. Like you need a cohesive fucking script. One.
That's it.
But, you know, it's a horror movie. The reason we buy the fucking tickets to go see movies is because it's a horror movie. What do we want to see? We want to see possession, which you get in this. You want to see kills, which we don't necessarily get in this. You want to see certain things. And when a horror movie that historically, I know there was only one before this, that historically gave you that, takes it away, that's disappointing. Yeah. And as a horror movie writer and director, you have to know that. And I don't think a lot of these people do when they go to make a second or a third or whatever.
This is what's unfortunate about a lot of these films. Halloween 2 being like that and creating new background stories for Michael Myers, you know, their sister and brother and whatever. When you do that, what you are demonstrating either as the writer, director, or both as the full team, a lack of respect for what came first, the rules that were established for that character, and what we as fans have set as expectations.
Yeah.
That's why people dislike these kind of like follow-up movies, because I'm going to put my own spin on this.
Yeah.
Fucking don't. It worked. It's a hit. This is an iconic fucking horror movie character created after one film.
Yeah.
And you betrayed it in its follow-up. And you can't, if you want to do that later on with, you know, the 5, 6, like almost like they did with Jason, they just started coming up with some new shit for Jason. But the basic rules were still there.
Yeah, they even put that Jason in space.
even in that movie, they're talking about what he did at Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
They're not reinventing this whole new fucking character. He's still Jason, and then in space, he gets all these cybernetic upgrades that make it more futuristic. You explain it. You stay in the storytelling, you explain the new shit. That's what you do.
I talked to you about the Terrifier franchise in our pre-show. That's what the Terrifier did, and that's why I still like Terrifier 3. Terrifier 3, although it started taking it over here a little bit, which I didn't necessarily love, it still stuck to Art the Clown, crazy, like people shitting on themselves, crazy ass. People go for the kills. Is it more creative? Are there more than the one before? You know, are you taking a chainsaw and zipping a dude up the back? Like, that's what they came, and they gave that to you. They sprinkled in some other shit, but they gave you what you came for. So you could still, the OGs can love it, and the new people that are coming along can love it for another reason. And it gives you a jumping off point to go to the fourth one. I'm okay with all of that. But to your point, the whole, I'm going to put my stamp on this, and this is a whole new Freddy. Yeah, fuck you. Give me the old Freddy with a decent story. Nobody's coming here for a Stephen King novel. You know what I mean? Give me this.
Yes.
Out the door. Done and done.
We don't need anything changed up. Yeah. And you know that because the box office from the first one proved it.
Yep.
And I can give you a great example of how this can all fuck up. Bad Boys. Bad Boys 2. Same fucking movie. You change the plot up, you change this up. Characters stay the same, the rules are the same. Everybody knows what they're doing going into it. Bad Boys 3, what'd they do? Fucked it up. They changed everything around and it sucked. So they had to come out with a fourth one. And that fourth one, they went back to the old school formula and it worked. And it was actually a good movie.
Yep.
That's how you have to do this. You can't just fuck up the rules, especially in horror movies. You just can't do it.
Absolutely. And I think we've beaten this one to death. The only thing that I have left with this one is, as much as I don't like this one, as much as I like some of the others in this franchise, I think we talked about it in the pre-show, and maybe even here, I don't remember. But the complete and utter disdain for this movie, I don't get. That I don't. You can be like, not for me. It doesn't follow the rules. It doesn't blah, blah, blah. But like the hatred that this movie gets, I don't get. I don't get that.
No, I think you can still like this movie and appreciate this movie for what it is. It's not as bad as some of the later installments by any stretch. I said in the pre-show, when you threw Roseanne and Tom Arnold into a fucking mock Wizard of Oz Freddy thing and he's on his broom and I'll get you, my pretty. That's the worst. That is the worst. Let love win. Fuck that over here.
Yeah. I got you. But that's all I got. You got anything else?
Just the usual. Check out our... Oh my God. Check out our blah, blah, blah. Check us out at our new podcasting network home, calibrationmediagroup.com. You can find it on the World Wide Web. You can check us out over there free of charge. Everything's free. We also have a Pittsburgh Steelers show hosted by myself and Lou Willard called Six Rings and Counting. Lou has his own show called Backstage Buckeye, where he talks to former Ohio State players and collegiate athletes overall about life after football. And then, of course, for the
ladies and Jesse,
you can find a great show hosted by another friend of ours, Mindy, called Fashion at 50, where she is exploring fun fashion trends for anybody struggling with their fashion as they get later on in life. As some of us do, as judged by my ripped fucking Adidas sweatshirt I'm wearing right now. I've given up. I need to watch Fashion at 50.
And no, I do too, because all I have are graphic tees now. That's all I own. Graphic tees and jerseys.
There you go.
Need to switch it up a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
All right. Well, for Corey, I'm Armando. This is Kiss the Reviews, and this was a Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge.
Just stick it in your mouth, Jesse.
I need you, Jesse.